Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to cover why taking courses, especially structured courses on your skills, will dramatically improve your performance. I'm also going to be covering a drawback to courses and a valid point as to where courses may not get you all the way there. But overall, my thesis and conclusion is that you should take more structured premium courses if you want to invest in yourself and increase your skill, your performance, and your income. So let's consider basketball. Stephen Curry has a course on masterclass.com where he teaches basketball. And the course is very detailed. If you look at the modules for the course, there's all these fundamental things that you should know from a technical perspective that he teaches, such as shooting off the dribble, shooting off the rim. These are different lessons in the course. There's also foundations and mechanics to passing, dribbling, and all sorts of other things like giving space to your defender. There's a whole module on just spacing between your defender and you. Now, these are things that back when I was a kid, I didn't have access to. And so, of course, my ability to learn basketball was stymied as a result. I remember going to the library and trying to check out books on baseball and basketball to see if I could pick up skills or techniques on this when I was in elementary school. Unfortunately, they didn't have anything on that. The closest I could find was a semi-illustrated book on the history of basketball and just what the sport is about. And so, unfortunately, I didn't get any cool tips or stuff I could use as an advantage when I was really into basketball as a kid and wanted to get better. Even when you look at recreational leagues, for example, I played soccer recreationally growing up, there wasn't much actual thoughtful instruction. The opinions and feedback you got were from your coach who was often a parent volunteer. Now, if you were lucky and you made it to a higher level, say the travel team, you might have more experienced coaches who knew what they were doing. But oftentimes they were still parent volunteers. And so unless you went to Michael Jordan's flight school, which costs a bundle and you have to fly out, or some type of other very premium year-long schooling system or summer camp, you wouldn't be able to get these specifics and techniques. Now, of course, you do have YouTube, which definitely helps out a lot. And so if you want free material, you can go to YouTube and search up these specific things and hope you find a basketball channel that can teach these things. And there's definitely benefit to that. However, with a course, it's very structured and streamlined so that if the course creator really thinks it through, he will tell you everything from A to Z. When you're on YouTube or you're on a blog, you have these random videos and random blog articles. And sure, they may have some playlists, but usually they don't. And so you're picking up stuff here and there to the point where you might miss something or you might learn something out of order, which could affect your performance. And then anything that you might have missed or skipped or things that the course instructor wants you to be aware of or be careful of, you might not get because you learned them out of order or you missed a video or lesson. So essentially the best way would be to take a course and then of course supplement that with any YouTube videos if you want to just get a comprehensive view of everything. Of course, the drawbacks to a course are, first off, they're not cheap always and they're not free. You may not have the money to buy them, which could be an issue, but usually if you really want to, you could get a job, even a minimum wage job, and within a few hours of work, courses are usually priced between anywhere from $20 all the way up to $1,000. And with masterclass.com, they sell their courses for $80 each. Udemy sells a lot of courses for $10 to $20 each. And then you have more premium courses by gurus and stuff for $250 or $500 each. So most of the accessible courses can be achieved if you just save up and you work 5 to 10 hours even at a McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. So they are within your reach even if you are a teenager. So that shouldn't be an excuse. Also, in terms of investing in a course, you have more accountability there. When you actually take out money from your own wallet that you've worked hard for and you pay for it, excuse me, if you pay for it, you're going to want to finish that course because you've spent the money on it and you want to get your money's worth. So you have more accountability to actually finish the course. Whereas for a YouTube video or anything that's free, even if you steal the course from a pirated site, you lack that accountability. And I've experimented with spending money on very expensive courses, upwards of $1,000, and there's definitely more of a drive and an accountability there to get you there. That said, it wasn't complete there. Even though I spent so much, there were times where I wanted to slack off. So you still have to be personally disciplined to complete the course. Another drawback potentially to courses is that sometimes the course creators do not think things out fully. For example, Stephen Curry's course is about 12 lessons long, and 99% of the course focuses on the technique and specifics to the technical part of the game. And there's not as much about the mindset, the discipline, the mental aspect to the game, or any other areas of the game that are important. All the little secrets and the little nuances to the game. How do you deal with getting fouled wrong? If the referee calls you on something wrong, how does that affect your mental game? What about when the pressure's on and it's the finals? What about scouting and presenting yourself to be recruited by the best team? What about your personal brand and your image and your longevity and your social media? These are things that aren't covered in the course. And so when you look at master classes format, which is just one brand of coursing, one brand of courses and one style, you realize that there's stuff missing, and you can tell that they probably had limited time to spend with Steph Curry, and of course they just focused on what they thought that they needed. And of course, different courses are different, so you can tell that certain course creators put more thought and time into it, and definitely were a partner to Masterclass and told them this is what I want to cover. But sometimes when the course creator and the producers are all in a rush, they could forget stuff. And so sometimes it may be better to take a course from a YouTuber or someone who's not famous or well known but has really thought things over. So that's really not a jab at courses or jab at anyone, but just a factor that you should keep into mind, because there's stuff that's going to be missed. And I've read quite a few athletic performance books and athletic biographies, and one thing that's a common saying is that when you get to the highest levels of competition, the difference is in the mental game, not the physical or technical game, because everyone has maximized their physical and technical training and train more or less the same. What really makes a difference sometimes is how much are you willing to suffer, how much can you withstand the pressure compared to your opponents. So that's sometimes missing in certain courses. And so it's very interesting, but I would say usually you're ultimately looking for what you're missing, and sometimes what's missing can be found in a book, other times it can be found in a course, other times it can be found in a YouTube video. But there's definitely pros and cons to courses, and the structured format is one of the biggest things. The direct access to the knowledge of someone great is another. But I would say courses overall are worth your time, and if you can supplement that with biographies, with mentoring in person or virtually with that person, or anything else that you think you may be missing, that's going to round you out completely, and you get all the knowledge you need, and you will be able to act on it, and you get ahead of the competition. So if you like this video and you're considering a course, I have my own courses on my blog with links below on specific peak performance topics, like how to learn faster. But also, if you would like a premium course by a premium company, masterclass.com is clearly very awesome. I have an affiliate link to the course, which I'll link below, which basically means that if you purchase Masterclass through my link at no extra cost to you, I'll get a commission off of that. So subscribe and thanks for watching.